Hello and welcome back, everybody. I'm of course Cobra Freaking X, and man, this week gone by so fast. I didn't even do a video up until this point. Today is divisional round for a couple of teams. I'll get into that in a moment. I want to quickly go over the weekend and everything else. Posting again today, again later on today as well, or tomorrow. I don't know, but it'll be up either tonight or tomorrow for sure. Of the Baltimore Ravens updates, and we'll see where Lamar is possibly going to be either landing or what's going on with the team. There's so much that they laid out on us this week, and but yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to this. So wild card matchups in review. We had some good games, man. We had some great freaking games, man. We had well, except for two games. Probably the it's sad if that's the last time I see Tom Brady when Tampa lost so badly, 31-14. I hope Russell Gage is going to be all right. I did see that, and 40 in the 49ers and Seahawks game, 41-23. I was posting a video last week of everything going on, and it was 17. Well, by the time I got done, it was 23 to 17 49ers. So I'm like, okay, they're still in it. And then they get blown away like that. I'm like, okay, so they just basically gave up. Because I didn't get to watch the game, but the last 2 minutes of the game, and the last final score is 41-23. So it's just like, and he scored under a minute, so it's just really not much going on. But we had the Jags coming back and beating the Chargers 31-30. They will be facing the Kansas City Chiefs, and then we'll have the Dolphins losing to the Bills by 3 points. Dolphins put up a heck of a fight without Tua or Teddy. I feel like the Bills need to step it up. Their defense shouldn't have been that bad. Vikings lost to the Giants. This one kind of hurts a little bit, and of course, losing 31-24. Yeah, we'll get into all those, and then of course, Bengals beating the Ravens. The Bengals and Bills now do a rematch, and the Giants will face the Eagles. So let's jump right into this, boys. We'll start with the first matchups of the Saturday games, which was Seahawks 49ers. Like I said, 49ers will host them boys. It'll be Sunday at 6:30, and like I said, I was recording while this game was all happening and editing and all that. Purdy looked pretty good. I can't believe he was the last pick. I still can't believe that after what he's shown. He's been coached up so much by the offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, and the Kyle Shanahan, the head coach, of course. If so, then Baltimore needs to look into those guys for the 49ers. I really think that one of those two guys, and we'll get into that in the Ravens video. I'll go over more offensive coordinator ideas and where they think they're going to head from here. It's gonna be a long one, boys. It's gonna be a long one, guys and girls. But run game was going so good. They had Debo going like he was supposed to. Defense, obviously, it showed being used properly for Debo. 332 for rushing, 6 for 133, and touchdown for receptions. They had 500 yards of offense. Okay, this offense could not be stopped. Don't matter how good the Seahawks defense was, because they're a solid defense. They're probably a top, I'd say probably 11th or 10th or 11th maybe. They have a good defense. They have a solid defense. It's not like top 5, but it's good. But that 49ers defense is way better. They're all playing this young team. This is a team, I think, at this point, they're going to the Super Bowl. The Cowboys are going to struggle like hell against them, I think. I think the boys would go up, probably going to lose by about 10 points, is my guess. But, yeah, guys, it was just, we had Lenny's there, Lenoir's pick. We had Charles had 2 sacks. You know, that defense was freaking going, man. They were going. And the offense for the Seahawks, apart from DK having 10 for 136 and 2 touchdowns, I think that's the only touchdowns I think they they had one more. So apart from that, they were pretty bottled up for most of the game. Geno couldn't really escape anywhere. The defense, like I said, they were swarming everywhere. There's nothing to really do. Obviously, 49ers getting the what we thought was going to be a close matchup at halftime ended up being a blowout. So somebody made adjustments for the other team did not. Next, of course, was Saturday's game. Chargers and Jags. And Jags winning that game. They face the Chiefs today actually at 4:30. And 0 run despite Eckler having 2 touchdowns. That's very deceptive because they were both short touchdown runs. So the Chargers didn't have a run game. Everett had a great day, I think. 6 catches, 109 or 104 yards or something, and a touchdown. You know, and then, you know, you had winning field goal to win the game for the Jags. It was just like Zay Jones, wide open, 36-yarder touchdown, or 39-yarder, whatever. And Jamal Angrew with that return, I think that's what really sparked the offense, the Jags, and got them on track for his 52-yard return. Asante Samuel had 2 picks in this game. Freaking talk about beast mode. You know, and I was shocked that they even had a chance in this in the first place. When I was watching the first half, I was changed it after the first half, to be honest with you, in the first half, because I was actually rooting for the Jags to win, you know, like the underdogs. I'm like, there's no way. But I figured the Chargers were going to win just because Herbert and the boys, I thought they'd put on a show, even though they were missing Williams. But because the main reason is, you know, first 4 picks for Lawrence in the first half, 3 in the first quarter. It looked like either he was really nervous or just honestly just making some mistakes in there. But after that, he had 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. And E.T. goes off for 109 yards and 20 carries. He didn't have, you know, 4 different receivers with Evan, Kirk, Marvin Jones. He still plays. He's still here. He's hello. Miss you from being in Detroit, but you know, Zay Jones, like I said, with his going off on his 39-yarder, and it was just, it was good to see after the first half was so terrible for them, and I think they woke up, they made a ton of adjustments, and they ended up winning this game with 36-yard field goal. And, yeah, now they face the Chiefs, and I don't know, man. Could they upset them, too? Are they, underdog, like the Giants have been in the past and what they are right now? And other teams in the past that have, like, barely made it or something or whatever. I mean, they won their division. I gotta give them credit for that. And, you know what? They turned their season around for compared to the Lions, comparing to the Lions in the NFC, they're similar teams starting off so badly and then making that push and correcting things and finally getting crap together and doing well with it. But other than that, they get the win. They move on. We'll see if they win tonight. We have Sunday. We started the game off to start the Sunday morning off or Sunday afternoon, whatever. Bills beating the Dolphins 34-31. They will face the Bengals Sunday at 3. And I'm telling you right now, ugly second half for both teams. Ugly. Back and forth, turnovers, all this other stuff. Not being all the, it was back and forth game all game long. Thompson did start the game okay, but then he fell off. Zero rushing attack at all. The Dolphins D actually showed up. Big part that kept them alive. 7 sacks and 2 picks. And 1 forced fumble recovery by Zach. And then Bills need to improve, obviously, on their defense. Allen still plays well despite, his 2 picks. He was 23, 39, 352, and 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty solid day. If he didn't have those 2 picks, it would be like a really great day. And, of course, Diggs going off for 7 for, I believe it was 111 or something, and that 54-yard reception was good. Gabe Davis also going off for 6 and 131 and a touchdown. Cole Beasley got a touchdown. Knox got a touchdown. So it was good to see Cole Beasley coming out of retirement, suiting up for the Bills again, and it was perfect timing. And great catch with Knox's touchdown. Perfect throw. Couldn't have been any more perfect, dude. He was just like that little tiny window. Just caught it. It was great. Great. Matt Milano, he was all over the place. 8 tackles and 2 sacks. Ced Wilson had that 50-yard return. He kept things going early. And it's just the Bills, man, coming back from this. Now they have to face that rematch, the Bengals game. We'll see how this goes, because it's going to be emotional for both teams, them meeting back up again just a couple weeks later after about a month later at this point. Since the Damar Hamlin thing, it's been a couple weeks. So it's just crazy how things have transpired since then. And he's healthy. I believe he will be on the sidelines. I don't know if he's going to play. It's just competitive, man. I mean, if he plays, just kudos to him, man. That's just awesome. But then up next, I'm going to have to say we had the middle game. We had Giants beating the Vikings. They're going to face the Eagles tonight at 8:15 or 8:45, somewhere in there. I think it's 8:15. So, Cousins played decent despite the loss. And why I say that, because he was still 31 for 39, 273 and 2 touchdowns, and he ran it in for that 1-yarder, push, QB sneak. So 3 touchdowns altogether. Dalvin Cook, okay, I guess, but he wasn't impressive. He had a couple, short bursts, but the Giants' defense, Wink, them freaking boys went at it and stopped that run game for sure, which, miss you, Wink. You were a good defensive coordinator, but I think Daniels is going to do some good. Anyways, TJ Hawkinson had a good game, 10 for 129. Kirk even caught pass from Justin, even though it was for a loss. Justin Jefferson. So I think Kurt did try as much as he could, but this loss they just lost it. And the defense played better. The Vikings defense not quite as good. So like I said, I think, Cousins did have a decent game. He really did. Daniel became a man. He is the dude now. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, but he had, 17 for 78 rushing yards, 24 for 35 for 301 yards, 2 touchdowns. Barkley had, 2 TDs as well. The rushing attack was going pretty good. Daniels was doing pretty good. Daniel having some good throws. And Cousins, like I said, Vikes had 3 sacks but gave away too much way too late in the game. That's why they lost. They had okay defense at times, but they gave up way too much. And this is basically the only difference in this game. And Cousins couldn't seal the deal. He had a chance in the fourth quarter at the end with his incompletions. And that was basically the whole game, dude. I mean, it was just Daniel being the guy, Barkley running it. Who knew Daniel Jones could be this kind of guy? It was impressive, to say the least. And they, in my opinion, they have a shot against the Eagles. Because who knows what Eagles team's going to show. Lately, they've been kind of, they've been good. But they haven't been that standard, dude. They're supposed to be, I view them as the best team in NFL right now. But, the way they're playing, that standard's kind of like down here instead of up here. So, you got, if they step it up, the Giants are going to lose this game. But they could win today. Who knows? This playoffs has been so unpredictable for me, and I only got I got a couple of picks right, obviously. But it is what it is. So, lastly, like I said, oh boy, this game. Oh, buddy, I watched this entire game. It was an up and downhill battle. A lot closer than I thought. The Ravens losing to the Bengals 24-17. Huntley had a couple good plays. And one really bad one that stunk and lost us the game. So, Ravens, we'll start off. Ravens defense played well. Huntley in the first half, Lamar-esque. I mean, he had some good runs. That 35-yard rush by Snoop, it was just awesome to see him just take off. Lamar probably would have gotten in the end zone, but that's because of the speed difference. Not a technique difference, just straight out, he would have just sprinted and that would have been it. He's just a little bit faster, and I think that he could have reached in and probably got a touchdown. JK needed to be used a little bit more, I feel like, in order for them to win. The fact that they were in this, and the difference maker was that 98-yard by Sam Hubbard, the fumble recovery, because of Huntley trying to dive over the top of his boys when his boys should have been pushing him through. And they were doing that, but he jumped up through like a freaking dolphin out of the water and then got knocked out and 98 yards. Dude, give Mark Andrews some credit for the effort to try to stop that play from happening the way it did. They recorded him at 20.5 miles per hour. Okay, he was hoofing it. That boy was moving. That was so cool to see him. All the other guys, there's corners, there's all kinds of guys that are faster than him normally that are now being passed by this man, and for him to get shoved just in the face, it's just like, man, should have just let the play happen. But I know you're defending your guy because you want to win and all that. Man, I kind of wish they didn't push him on the ground. Oh, he was going to catch him. He was going to catch Sam. I knew it was going to happen. The way he was hoofing it, he would have caught Sam. And that would have been it. That was the difference in this game. That was 7 points, you know, the opposite way. Two passes I've seen twice in that game. One was the fumble off the snap. Huntley picked it up, escaped out of the corner, almost got sacked, threw it off to Mark Andrews for a first down, and I think the other one was to Mark Andrews as well, I'm not sure. And that was also him escaping when guys pressuring right away, like right there. There was a failed assignment or whatever happened. It happened. He escaped out, same way. Boom. Catch to, I think that was another first down play as well. 41-yard touchdown pass, wide open to tie. Like I said, third downs was a big problem for them, like it has been with Huntley all year. I don't know what it is, but they have a problem with their third down situation. However, at fourth downs, yeah, we can get a fourth down, which is weird. But, you know, that's just how, that's play calling too. This game almost got tied up. And then I don't know what would have happened if Prochet would have caught that dang ball as he was diving for that. I don't know what would have happened. Would they have tied it up with the extra point? Or would they try and go into overtime and risk all that? Or, Harbaugh being Harbaugh, I think he probably would have went for two like he's done many times before and screwed us in the times before. And, but who knows? It's over with now. We lost. We're all focused on the off season with Lamar and apparently offensive coordinator and all this other mumbo jumbo stuff. I will say this. Like I said, defense played. This game was. First half, it was looking like it was Baltimore's to lose. The way they were playing. Sacking Burrow 4 times. It felt like more. He was pressured so much in this game. It just felt like he was under attack every play. And that's great. I love to see it. I'm defensive minded guy. Love to see this. And the lost fumble by Hayden. So, thank you, Hayden Hurst, for still being a part of this team and helping us out, even though we still lost anyways. So, that being said, that's wrap up of those guys. Game. Well, yeah, Monday night's game. It was the Bucks. And then boys, like I said, 31-14 is that Tom's last game. Dak was 25 of 33, 305, 4 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. I think he was the best quarterback all weekend, to be honest with you. Wide open touchdown to Lamb to seal the deal at the end. Great. I don't know. I think it was his best game that he's played all year. His most complete game. And if Dak plays that throughout the rest of the playoffs with Tony Pollard going off 15 for 77. Yeah, Schultz, their tight end, he had 2 touchdowns, 7 for 95. We had Brady, sad, 35 for 66. 350, 2 touchdowns and an interception. 0 rushing game. Playoff Lenny is more like sideline Lenny. He was not very good. Julio returned back the clock, though. 7 for 74 and a touchdown. Like I said, them boys dominated Tom Brady. And the time of possession, 34.5 to 25.5. That's a big deal, too. That's 10 minutes that you guys get that ball for more. The only thing I would complain about would be the field goal kicker needs to be fired. Okay? I've never seen 3 field goals missed, let alone 4. 3, I believe, was in the first half. Like, this kid needed, I don't know, they needed to grab somebody out of the stands who can just kick a ball and just, like, Yeah, all right, I'll pay you. I'll pay you like $200,000 for the day, and change your life forever. Cause man, that kid looked so mediocre and so terrible, missing those extra points. It makes me so blessed that we have Justin Tucker on our team. Um, and my picks for this weekend, like I said, is probably going to be. Let's see here. Yeah, Bengals Bills. I think the Bills win this. I really do. They're at home. I know it doesn't. The Bengals play well away, but I think the Bills step it up, and you might have a rematch Bills and Chiefs. I think the Chiefs can still win. That stadium is so loud that I don't think the Jags are going to be able to focus enough. And then we'll have a neutral site for the AFC champ. I believe it's in Atlanta. If that scenario happens, which I think is stupid. I think this game with the Bills and Bengals should have been a neutral site, just given the situation and everything that happened. But whatever. The Cowboys 49ers, you have the Bills and Bengals rematch game. We have some good games going on this weekend. And it all starts tonight, man, with the Jags and the Chiefs going at it at 4:30. Then we go down to 8:15, and you got Giants facing the Eagles. And then Sunday that goes into other two games where we'll have them boys facing up against the 49ers. Can Deebo Samuel and the boys rally everybody? Christian McCaffrey and them. Can Purdy be Purdy once more? Keep that train rolling? Or will them boys come in, do what they do, dominate on offense and their defense, and their overwhelming talents, they all bring it all together to win against the 49ers? I don't know. But yeah, like I said, the boys facing Niners. That should be a good game. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, that's it for this one, guys. So there are so many distractions going on around me today. My ADD keeps kicking in, and I don't know what the hell's going on here. So, until next time, like I said, I'm going to be posting another video for the Ravens on probably a third one with my scenarios with quarterbacks and coaching movements. Where's Tom Brady going to go? Where's Aaron Rodgers going to go? Lamar Jackson. Got some big name dudes coming up that either retiring, traded, free agency, what have you. I will be having my opinions on what I think is going to happen with those players and that organization, a Ravens organization as a whole. So stay tuned. I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys, like I said, next time. See you later.